Oh, howdy, hey, hi there. Welcome back to day 31 of designing an island in 30 days using villager help only. 31? Huh? No, I'm not gonna pretend like you guys don't know. I am here. This is the last day of the month. We are here doing an island tour for the last day. So I carefully went through and cleaned everything up. So it should be fully presentable. We have some friends hanging around here. Drift, Bob, Tangy, I think I saw Whitney and Goldie earlier. But you can see my little map in the bottom corner. I'm just gonna go ahead and show you. This is the map of Ballinley. If you guys don't remember how I have everything laid out, we will be going through it, so don't worry. But where the museum is in that section, kind of by Drift's house, is red. Moving over to Bob's Vineyard is purple. Moving over to the Taylor's and Fuchsia's area and kind of like over to where Booty Way would be is pink. Back on that beach leading all the way down to Jeremiah's little secluded water section with the shop and everything, that is all blue. Blue is the biggest section by far, but it's actually two colors, so we go from dark blue to light blue. Moving over into the plaza, it's kind of like the central point of many colors. It's the central point of rainbow blue and green. Going back up, you can see my house flashing. Right next to me is Pietro. We have the rainbow section that bleeds over into red, which then if you take that walkway through the cliffs, you'll bleed over into orange. And then you have Tangy's area, her little teaching area, and the campsite. Moving over to the house in front of that cliff, we have Whitney's area, that is the white section. Moving over, Goldie has this yellow section, this big. I feel like her section's also pretty big because she has this entire yellow spiral down here that is all yellow. And lastly, we have Henry's playground, play yard, whatever. So that's kind of how everything is laid out. I'm gonna go through my villagers one more time. So we have Mr. Pietro for our rainbow section, nice and cozy next to me. Drift in our red section. We have Miss Fuchsia in our pink section. Mr. Bob is our purple villager. We have Little Poncho stuck up in his grotto for our dark blue villager, while Jeremiah, the little bullfrog, is over here in our light blue section, which then bleeds over into green where we have Mr. Henry. And following up to green, we have Goldie in her beautiful yellow section. Our last colorful friend is Tangy, and I say last colorful because we have the colorless color of white being Whitney. So these are all our villagers. I'm gonna spoil this now. We still only have Bob's photo. So let's just go ahead and go through the rules and like all of my goals and stuff. Our rules were we could only use items and recipes gifted from villagers. I did allow myself a bend to this being the Sanrio furniture items. I say we did that rule. We didn't allow myself balloons or bottles on the beach. In fact, I'm curious to open the first bottle on the beach. I'm curious what recipe has been hiding in there the entire time. And I have not popped a single balloon. Good. Once an item has been obtained, I am allowed to order more or customize with kits and from Cyrus. Yes, I did follow that. I was allowed to use forced items and forced recipes, so we're all good. I did not use any Nintendo Online or the DLC. I did allow myself to time travel, and I did allow myself to use amiibo characters. So all of my rules, I feel like I followed pretty well. Moving on to our goals. I wanted to decorate all of the structures, and I did that. I decorated the campsite, the museum, Abel's sisters, the plaza. The plaza is kind of like a weird culmination of different areas, but I decorated this entire island. I did decorate the interior of my house as well. It's kind of not up to my standards, so part of me feels like I failed that one a little bit, but it's decorated. So I'm gonna give myself a pass on that. Going along with that is decorate all of my beaches. Everything is decorated, and I do have beach specific builds, so I'm allowing myself to claim this pass as well. It's not head to toe decoration, but I actually really like how simplistic I left, like the main chunks. My next goal was to get the main 10 villager photos. I failed. I really did fail. I failed this one. I got one photo. I got Bob's photo. That is it. So we'll work on that. I've explained that I would like to stream that. We'll figure it out. Anyway, my final goal was to get a 5-star island, and if you guys paid attention in day 30, we did get a 5-star island. But you know, it won't hurt to just like check again, you know. I will cry and sob if Isabel tells me I have anything other than 5 stars right now. What? Is it because there's too many weeds? Too many items lying around. I used a few for decoration, but I didn't think I used that many. You know what, Isabel? you. I hit 5 stars at some point. I have my Lily of the Valley. I'm counting it. I hit it at some point. I don't need you, Isabel. Screw you. So now that we have gone through all of my goals and all of my roles, knowing that I have passed, really except for the 10 villager photos, I think it is time to stop dilly-dallying and get into the tour. I am starting in here in the plaza in the first place because this is where you would wake up for my dream address, which I will get to at some point. Hello, Miss Whitney. So I am deciding how I want to do this. We will come down here. You'll start walking. There's quite a few trees over here on your left side from the plaza. This is actually the green section. You don't really need to walk through there. That's not like a design path. But over to your right, we have a little plaza area with some cute balloons. I just wanted an excuse to use this furniture, which leads into Jeremiah's Pondy section and Nook's Cranny. They have some stock out front just to kind of show you what you could get inside, as well as a nice signpost telling you that if you continue down this path, you will find Hyacinth Hills, but if you go this way, you'll find Jeremiah's island. So let's go check out his island first off. Hello, Pietro. So you can circle around this way. So many cute things to see. And come on up and you'll see pictures lacking. I'm not gonna bother going into everybody's house. I didn't decorate their houses, so there's no need to worry about that. But this is Jeremiah's little island. I think it turned out so cute. I kept everything nice and blue. I don't know. It's cute because I see him sit in this chair a lot. I think that's adorable. If you were to come down here, you would find our beach, our first beach built. We do have a little lounging section so that adults maybe can come get some sun while their kids play in the little activity area where you can sculpt some things, craft some things, maybe chisel away at some rocks / fossils back there, make some really cool things, maybe, I don't know, just a cute little workstation for friends. And you can come back here and go back up this pathway to make your way back up to resident services and find the other half of Jeremiah's little island. Now if we continue this way over to the left, we have cute little froggies right here on the beach, very simple, but you move into the green area where we have Mr. Henry. We have a ton of little sections like this where you can play on the play place, you can make some new friends with some little froggies around, you can come up here and play soccer with this. I feel like this is the rejected cousin because we have these frogs, but then we have him and he has seen some things. But we also have some porta potties and some kids in the stands watching you play along. Moving on over, we do have another play section down here. It's a little sand pit and a little bucket full of water because, well, it's not full of water, but bear with me. Whenever I was a kid, I would like to make concrete, aka just watery sand that would hold my buildings up together better. That was a cute idea that I wanted to incorporate. But moving around, he is the king of our pears. I am just now realizing I never gave him a table to display his photo. That's too bad. I can order him like a karopi tray whenever we do get his photo. This just simply connects and you can just walk around and see. But this is our green section. Moving over, we find our airport. Coming back out of the airport, you can see our beautiful flag. I decided to make it a little Eevee because I named the town Ballinley. I still don't know how to say it, even after an entire month of playing on this island. I named it after the town in Pokemon Sword and Shield with all the pretty glowy mushrooms, because that was initially the vibe that I was going for. Is I was thinking, oh, I can get the mushroom things, I can use the Mario items, and then I realized you can't get the mushroom recipes unless you shoot them out of balloons. I wasn't allowed balloons, and I didn't allow myself the Mario items because it didn't feel fitting. I allowed myself the Sanrio stuff because I had their amiibos, and if I was allowing myself amiibos, it made sense. So that was the kind of justification. I also forgot I had a mini pseudo rule I kind of threw in, is I wasn't allowed to take any NPC help. The only NPCs I were really allowed to interact with that don't live on your island was Leaf, I believe. I didn't get anything from Red. I didn't get anything from Gulliver, from Wisp, from Celeste, from pretty much anybody, but I did allow myself Leaf for crops, bushes, and plants, and I allowed myself Cyrus, but that is the only NPCs I were allowed. Moving on over though, we have our yellow section to the left of our airport. On this beach, we do have some froggies playing some beach volleyball. They're going at it. Look at them go. Blah, 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 blah. Very simple beach once again, but I really do like how it turned out. We do have this little yellow cliff that I built right here because I had no idea what to put in this section. What you can see right there is pretty much the entire cliff. There's not much to it, but we have the older sister, the overshining better friend, basically, with our yellow spiral. I love how this turned out. I think the flowers, the weeds, the planks, the spiral, I think it all just turned out so cute. And I do love to just walk around every once in a while and be like, look at this. This is beautiful. This is easily one of the most beautiful landscaping pieces I have ever done. And I truly, truly love it. If we come back to the left though, we make our way back in between green and yellow, make your way up and go to the left this time to find yourself in a little picnic area with a guitar, some pretty hyacinths, and a little tent, but otherwise not much. You can continue moving up to find your way into Goldie's area. Little Miss Goldie is the resident island beekeeper, so we have some little bees, some flowers that she harvests from, that she then can make into some delicious sweet treats that she likes to sell and just give out to other residents where they can come sit over here and enjoy her little yellow area. We've got popcorn, we've got treats, we've got tea, we've got carrot cake, we've got coffee, we've got toast. Name it, she's done it. Oh, honey on toast sounds really good right now. Anyway, I really love how her area turned out. Also, this wasn't intentional, but I think everybody's house except maybe Bob's has some sort of accent and they fit into their area. Like Goldie, she has a yellow accent that makes her fit really well into her area. Henry has a green roof and a yellow exterior. It looks so good. While like Jeremiah has this blue house. It looks so good. I didn't do that intentionally and I didn't change them at all because I didn't use the DLC. So that's just the houses that they come with, which I think is super cool. But we have Little Miss Goldie's area. We are gonna sneak back here if we go past. Sneak by our little bee friends back here. You can find a secret ramp that leads you up into yet another yellow area. We will move on to the right over here with these rainbow planks to see some pretty waterfalls. As you continue on, you will see a little wood cutting station. Little Miss Goldie finds ways to incorporate bark and tree sap into her recipes. But coming on over here, we also have another bee section where she can do a little bit more secluded farming while also getting her delicious honey. And this is where she can come over and pot it, jar it, whatever you do to honey to get it ready for selling. Yeah. I also didn't use any of the any of the recipes. I didn't purchase the Master Chef DIY whatever. Oh, I do want to point out that I think this is the best view you will ever get of my house. I think it looks so cool from up here. Anyway, we'll go over that in a minute. Now, if we go to the left over here, if I ever mix up left and right, you know what I mean. We will come over here and bleed into the white section. We do have our Lily of the Valley as proof that we did hit 5 stars at one point. I think having the pretty complete island is worth having 4 stars, but I did hit it at one point, so technically I can check off that goal because look at our beautiful Lily of the Valley. Moving up though, we move into our white section. It's kind of like a little secluded rock garden, just a very tranquil area where you can take a nice walk and kind of explore the nature of the beautiful white section. I think it turned out so cute even though it's super simple. I just had a ton of rocks placed around. I really do like the way that this little bath area turned out. It's so cute. That is all we have for this cliff area, so we're gonna make our way back down and around by Goldie's house and continue to the left by our spiral over here. If you continue along the waterway, you'll see that yellow bleeds into our white section. Easily the smallest section, but still an adorable section nonetheless. We have Little Miss Mama Duck and her chickies over here. Also a little seating area for Miss Whitney to come out, use her little aromatherapy, maybe look at some birds and just enjoy the tranquil sounds of nature. Coming back up here, these areas are a bit separated because you can't really make your way through these. I guess you could squeeze through that, maybe? I don't know. So you can use the perfectly placed rainbow planks to come on up to see Miss Whitney's house. Again, white. It's cute. And then moving over to the left a little bit more, we have the best build she has, is our fairy rock circle whatever. I'm very proud of it. It took me forever, but we are here. You may notice a ton of oranges around, but I do just want to show you. This area looks so cool behind our house. Oh, I'm so happy with how this turned out. Moving out of Miss Whitney's white section, we move over into Tangy's orange chaos. She has the biggest grotto, grove, orchard, whatever you want to call it, because I continuously forget the word, and of just oranges. We love her for that, Miss Tangy. But also, if you come back to the rock garden and go straight across, you'll realize that she's just a humble little teacher. Maybe the island needed a teacher because Henry has so many children just infesting the island, like that one on the cliff right up there. She teaches like little art and craft classes, but also has some books for the kids, kitty poos, to read. Very cute. If we continue down this way, we will see Miss Tangy's house, where I did get to use a lot of the orange wood stuff because this is where the campsite is. We do have a carrot garden over here with some cute flowers that leads us into our campsite. I personally have never used the orange swatch on the log stuff, so I'm really happy I found a use for it, and I think it looks really good. Easily. Orange is my favorite section, closely followed by white, I think. It's hard to pick favorites, but orange is my favorite. We have our campsite. We have a little fire area. We have a little picnic area where you can eat. Maybe someone's celebrating their birthday with that cake. But we also have the little kitty camper section where the kitties can come over here and sleep. Be so cool away from their parents, but also right next door. So cute, so cute. Since we're already down here, I believe we should just go ahead and check out the beach. And this is what I meant when I said I wanted to keep everything super simple. Literally just trees, flowers, and weeds. A few froggies scattered here and there. So cute, very simple. I did put a little effort into Mr. Cappen's area because he did bless us a few times, so he deserves a recognition. And we have a little froggy who's over here fishing. Again, still super simple, but very cute. This does wrap around up into another little fishing section. This froggy up here is just watching, and you can just sit over here and fish. This leads us back into our carrot farm, which then leads us back up to Miss Tangy's house. So everything is connected. If we continue up this pathway, though, you will find seashell shore, whatever. I couldn't think of a clever name for this. I made a little seashell path that I think is so cute. I just scattered the shells around, and that leads us up into our red section. Since we're up here, we might as well go all the way up, because then this leads us into our strawberry fields. We have a beautiful strawberry garden over here. We have a little arrow pointing us to where the museum is, but we also have yet another fishing area, showing off your favorite catch with some good tunes, getting some fishing in with a worn out campfire, you know, the usual. If we continue up these planks, you will find another strawberry field, while whoever runs this is selling some goods. Maybe they jar strawberry jam or something. Now, if you continue over to the right over here, you'll find a big picnic area that shows off Strawberry Falls, the beautiful iconic monument of the red section. Just a simple little playground because I ran out of ideas. I mean, it's just simple for kids to come play and splash around in the water. If we keep going up though, you will find our museum. The museum didn't get too much love, but I also love the way it's very simple. Behind the museum, there's a secret pathway because the pathway leads over into the secret beach. Nothing too interesting, but I did put stuff over here so it's not just completely naked. Now, if we continue back around, we will come on down to more rainbow planks. If we go down this way, we have a bug catching station over here on our left to go in hand with our museum and our fishing station. But over here on the right, we do have a beautiful rainbow flower field. And by rainbow flower field, I mean it's flowers in the shape of a rainbow. We have a different rainbow flower field. Now, if you noticed this red staircase, you can come up here to find Drift's area, Drift's lawn. He's a little workout buff, so I gave him some workout stuff to do, you know, get a good drink to cool off. We also have just some random items, but up there is more waterfalls that then leads us back over to the orange area. In fact, let's go back down this staircase, because if you continue down, you find your way back over to the orange rock garden kind of area. So that's where this path leads. We just have some red fencing to make the transition transition a bit easier on the eyes, and red. So you're kind of caved in between this orange cliff over here and the white rocky cliff. That just leads nicely into the red section. Then over here, since we've already explored, if we go over to the right, we see another red field, but we see more colors because we are slowly inching into our rainbow section where we come upon my house. We are here. I decided to create like an up theme with the house because I couldn't do much with the exterior of it because I can't customize it quite yet because I didn't upgrade it fully. I think I upgraded it once, maybe. So this is the house. She's very basic, but let's look past the exterior. Let's go inside and give a little look-see-do. A lookaroo. So I did change things a little bit, but not too much. Over in this back corner, we have my bed with some bookcases, very cute. Over here, we have a nice TV section, very relaxing. You can get your makeup done over here, but I am also a very crafty individual, so I thought that it would be fitting to have some arts, some crafts, some kind of things. We also have a nice little secluded section where you can just enjoy some cake. And for the memories, we have my reindeer outfit from when I played through the Toy Day event. Very basic house. There's literally nothing else. Very simple, very basic. I think it looks a lot better than what I had before when I first decorated it, but I'm still not super happy with it. So we're just gonna look past it. It got the job done. That's all that mattered. So coming back outside, we have more rainbow section, but we also have a little picnic section. I loved to camp when I was little, even though I've never been camping in my life. I loved to set up like our little kitty tents and camp in our living room. I'd put on the TV, bring in my stuffed animals and blankets, and set up like a nice padding and just sleep on the floor. We had like a little Barbie tent that I used to always set up in. It was literally about this big. It was so cute. I used to do that all the time and play with my dolls and stuff. So that's kind of what I wanted to put here. If we continue on to the right, we do find Pietro's yard. This is definitely my least favorite build, but it fills up space and gets the job done, so we can just overlook it. However, this little section of his build is one of my favorites. We have a little gnome filling up his car with some gas, as well as a little racetrack and some other crafts that you can play with, like this helicopter back here. Just a bunch of toys all over the island is what I went for. Look at that go. Oh, that looks so cool. Anyway, we just have Pietro's little section, but if we go back up here, we have a little playground area. It's very overrun because of the popularity of Henry's area, so it's kind of overlooked, but it's still super bright, super colorful, and super fun for people to come relax by if they ever feel like it. Moving on down, we have another rainbow path. We'll go on that later, because if you come down here, you find your way back into the plaza in the back of Henry's area and the back of this little plaza section. We've made a big old loop, so it's only fitting that we figure out where this rainbow pathway goes. We can come up here, sneak through here. We have more rainbows, but we also see, what is this? Blue hyacinths. Ooh. We have rainbow planks that lead us over into the blue section. We are in the dark blue section now, but if you come back down, this loops around Hyacinth Hills. This is a very pretty waterfall place where we do have more just foliage, but this is where this back path from the next cranny leads us to. Very cute, very simple, but very cute. We can come on back here and find our way up into Poncho's grotto if we just continue all the way up. We have some froggy security guards to remind us that this was initially Jeremiah's grotto, but I wanted this to be the dark blue section, so it's okay. We have a cutie little well with some ducks. We have some cute foliage. We have a cute little picnic area with a nice turtle, you know, treat him with respect. Then up here, we just have more foliage, and we have Mr. Poncho working out in his yard. Super simple, super overgrown, but that's exactly what I was going for, and I think that it looks so pretty. I am now also realizing that I did skip over a few beaches, so we are gonna make our way back down. This is just the last section of the beach. Over here, we have very simple beachy area over here in the blue, but we also have the bottle. that we had since the beginning. I feel it only fitting to open it. Are you paying proper attention to your appearance, darling? A mirror can help you put yourself together. I've included a DIY mirror recipe in this bottle. Do make one for yourself when the mood strikes. Best wishes, Violet. Is she angry? Hear me out. Before I had Bob, I was struggling trying to put this list together because I was considering Violet. Yes, Violet. Because she's a purple monkey. Purple, but she also has the name Violet. That's why I picked Fuchsia, is because she's very bright pink, but her name was Fuchsia. I almost picked Blanche, whatever, that ostrich for white, but I feel like Whitney fit as well, and I could go, well, white is technically in her name, like Whitney, so that's what I decided on. I guess she's just bitter. We got a wooden table mirror that I already know the recipe for, so nothing interesting. I think that's just a basic recipe you get at the beginning. Nothing too exciting, but it's okay. Now if we continue up the beach way up here, you will see the duck family gathering. Either this can be a family gathering, a mother and father letting their son go off into the journeys of the Hyacinth Hills, or it can be a weird confrontation of, I just walked in on you cheating. Who is this random man? I'll let you take your pick. Moving back up here, nothing too interesting, nothing of interest. We just have random beach. And I think that it completes our beaches. But now if we come back up here to the entrance of Poncho's Grotto, we see this blue ramp that we can make our way up. You might recognize this area as one of the first builds that I ever did, because it is. We have our beautiful blue walkway that leads over into a just cutie little sitting bench that you can sit on, think about, and where you can see some peaches in the background, because behind this blue, it does lead into pink. We have a little pink area up there, but we also have this pathway that leads up to Booty Way. Yes, Booty Way. These are big, just like the surprise boxes. Go away. I thought it'd be cute to leave giant peaches around and then put other peaches, and I don't know. It turned out super cute. I think it's adorable. We have this little picnic area over here, aka the first ever picnic area I built. You can't really get a good angle on it, but that's okay. But if you make your way around the weird books and chairs, you can find yourself another rainbow pathway that leads into another kind of park area. Just because I love the rocking horse and the clacker cart so much, and there's so many cute colors that I feel like I just needed to use them all. So we have our pinky little garden. Now if we make our way back over, you may have noticed this white ramp. If we make our way up, we find ourselves into Able Sisters. This area is super cute. It's like this area kind of meshes over into the play area down there, but we have some cute Sanrio clothes up for display and just some cute signage. Little Miss Able Sisters is over here. However, you may be noticing this big flower field next to me. We have down this pathway, Rainbow Road. It continues on, and you may notice how I did this is each plank has two colors. We have yellow and orange, pink and purple, blue and green. Pink and purple has pink and purple flowers next to it. Yellow and orange has yellow and orange flowers, and green and blue has green and blue flowers. We have all of this area just filled with its corresponding flowers. It looks so good, and I finally got enough green mums to finish it up, so it's super cool to see this all finished. It looks amazing. Now if we continue all the way to the end of Rainbow Road, we find ourselves on a natural pink path that leads us into a windmill, because if you make your way straight down this pathway, you'll notice blue, a staircase. What? This leads you back over to the rainbow section? Yes, my friend. Yes, it does. So I'm actually going to take you on this side first. If we go over here to the right, we will find Miss Fuchsia's yard. She has a little wishing fountain, which I think is so stinking cute. Some cutie pink and white flowers, as well as a nice cozy sitting area behind her house. Sits below Rainbow Road and right over here next to Booty Way. Beautiful, beautiful house, Miss Fuchsia. You should hit me up and let me know who your designer is. It's like, Now, you may have noticed this little bench. I do like putting these on cliffs because I have a favorite little, my face is fully in that tree. I have a favorite little biking path that I like to go down. I either bike, walk, or longboard on it, and they do have these swinging benches at pretty look points, and I like to take little breaks every time I see one. one. So that's why I like to do that. But back here we do have a rainbow iron fencing. This took weirdly forever to put up, just customizing and placing the fencing down. But up here, you may have noticed as I was kind of cutting through the purple section, we are in Bob's vineyard. We have beautiful flowers, bushes, fencing everywhere that leads up into his house. And you may be noticing why I was saying everybody's house kind of matches their color scheme except for Bob's. There's not a lick of purple on his house. He makes up for that because he is the only person I have received a photo from. Now, if you come down here behind this little section of the vineyard, you can have a very cute secluded date with somebody. You can cut up some cheese, have your wine, maybe churn your own butter. I don't know, but it's next to the beautiful vineyard area. This is my favorite field just because I had the most materials for it, but that's okay. This one is still a very beautiful field. If you notice over here on the right, we have Bob's little farmer's market. You can have a little taste test over here, or this can be like the reject date section, if you will, but where you can also kind of get a taste for everything that he has for sale up here. Now, if you may have noticed, we have another little plank pathway back here, which leads us over into the reject vineyard. It's very overgrown, it's kind of ugly, but it still gets the job done and makes some nice goodies for Bob to sell. Alrighty, that was my entire island. I hope you guys really did enjoy this tour. Be sure to stick around because I do display my dodo code. In fact, I will put it here. Keep saying dodo code. I mean dream address. This is my dream address. If you guys want to come visit, you know, Tangy really wants to help me with this outro, so she's telling you to go visit my dream address. Come say hi. Come explore through. I will update it once I get everybody's photos and placed around, but that is going to be reserved for a stream. I have decided that I will attempt streaming on YouTube. I will release more like official times and days in the community post tab, so keep an eye on that. I will also set a little, like, I know you could do this on Twitch, like a 30-minute, like, oh, they're going live in 30 minutes, and then it will tell you when they go live, right? I don't know. I've never streamed on YouTube before, so it'll be interesting. But also, I am here to show you all of my paths. I will also put up my creator code right here. So I hope you guys have a lovely day. Thank you for tuning in for this entire month. If whether this is the first video you're seeing of me or if this is the 31st video you're seeing from me, I love you all. I appreciate all the love and support. I've gotten so sweet, like the comments I got on yesterday's video was so sweet, which made my heart, like I almost started crying reading them because they were so cute. Thank you. It was a very emotional day yesterday because Premiere Pro Adobe just crashed. I used Premiere Pro for editing and recording and just crashed for the entire day, and I uploaded that video 8 times. If you've never tried to upload a video out of Premiere Pro just on a YouTube, it takes about 2 hours to export and another hour to upload and process and get on YouTube. So I did that 8 times. It was very frustrating, but I got it up and everything should be good to go with that now. Again, thank you. I hope you guys will all stick around for more content here to come. I'll update you about streams, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!